Bedroom. A cozy bubble bath washes away your exhaustion from work, marking the beginning of a relaxed weekend. You fetch a can of iced soda and snuggle up to Marius. With a focused expression, Marius is seriously planning the weekend itinerary for the both of you. You can't help but put the can against the side of his neck, causing him to shiver from the icy metal. He turns to you, looking hurt. Miss, why the sneak attack? Clever as you are, you see through his attempt to take advantage by playing the victim. In return, you decide to take a page from his own book and act innocent. What do you mean? I'm just here to offer my support. See, I brought you a drink. Alright. He takes a sip of soda from the can you're holding and hands you the phone to show you the fruits of his labor. I've chosen some spots, but we've already visited most of the popular places nearby. It's not much fun seeing them again. It could be interesting to visit some cities around Salis, but we only have 2 days over the weekend, so I don't think it's worth the trouble. Anyway, I've done the best I can. Do you have any suggestions you would like to add, miss? It was never your intention to leave all of the planning to Marius, so you joined him in browsing the internet for some ideas. There are a few theme bazaars going on now. Some of them look fun. It's just a pity that the one they recommended here ended last week. Marius points at a popular thread, seemingly intrigued. Theme bazaars? The image on the screen awakened a memory long buried beneath the demands of your busy life. I almost forgot. Mom invited me to a theme bazaar this weekend. She'll be participating as a vendor. Molly? Molly Chen. I met her in law school. She's outgoing and was very helpful to newer students. She liked it when we call her Molly. But she went on to pursue a doctorate in humanities. She's now specializing in literature. You open your phone to find the voice message from Molly and type reply. Shirara, I've signed up for a Millennium themed retro bazaar. Wanna hang out together? There will be a bunch of vintage knickknacks at the bazaar. Some of them even have some artistic merit. According to Molly Chen, the retro bazaar is organized under the theme Millennium, so both the decoration and the items on sale will fit the style of that age. There will be quite a few retro items on display to replicate the iconic themes of the millennium. You'll have to experience that atmosphere to truly understand it. I was thinking about asking you to see if you'd be interested, but with all that's been going on at work this week, I kind of forgot. Iconic elements of the millennium sounds interesting. Mary starts looking up information on the internet as you speak. It's in Salis Lake Park. The event looks bigger than I imagined. More than 200 stalls and a luxurious entertainment and relaxation zone. Have fun collecting flowers. You can collect flowers by participating in games, stall activities, and puzzle challenges. Collect 3 flowers to get a limited custom-made prize. A limited custom-made prize? Sounds valuable. Do you think it will be hard to get? What games are they talking about? Are they also related to the theme? Are we supposed to compete with other participants? On top of his curiosity, Maris is starting to feel competitive. This trip just became a certainty. We'll find out. You grin at each other, glad that you're both on the same page. While Maris is searching for directions and trying to figure out when the two of you should set off, you continue to gather more information on the bazaar. Looks like it has a lot of exposure, but there's not much official information. There are a lot of people like us asking for specific details about the theme as well as the games and limited prizes. Are they trying to be mysterious and keep people in suspense? But look at the scale of it. This seems to be the real deal. Hearing your question, Maris comes closer and leans against your shoulder, his short hair tickling you. Let's not overthink it. We'll win anyway, so we're basically just going there to collect the prize. And so the two of you begin a nostalgic trip back to the 3 decades ago, teeming with excitement about this new adventure. Sally's Lake Park Square. It's a refreshingly sunny the next day, perfect for a fun day outside. You and Marius arrive early, so there isn't a line at the entrance yet. Laughter greets your ears the moment you enter the park. Many visitors are already gathering in the square next to the entrance, absorbed in various old games. Shuttlecock kicking, cornhole, there's even a group of people standing around a pile of bamboo sticks for some unknown reason. But it isn't kids who are having fun playing, it's adults. By the look of it, you and Maris are among the younger ones in the crowd. It looks more fun than I imagined. I can barely recognize most of the stuff here. Maris, look over there. You turn to look at Marius only to find him staring at the crowd nearby with a somewhat surprised look in his eyes. Following his line of sight, you see a middle-aged man spinning a top under his wife's gaze, laughing. Despite his clumsy technique, his laughter sounds pure and genuine. Do you know them? Yeah, the one spinning the top is the marketing director at PAX, known for his sternness. He can be so serious that it's almost frustrating. I've only seen him smile at most 10 times, most of which were at networking dinner parties. While Maris is speaking, the top falls, eliciting a long sigh from the director like that of a frustrated child. But he laughs again as he turns to look at his wife, all fired up and ready to have another try. That's a stark contrast, which makes it scary. Maybe this is his real self. People always show their true selves when they are doing things they enjoy. Interesting. Let's join them. No way we're gonna lose. Alright, let's go say hi to Molly first though. Sure. You cross the square and enter an area where all the stalls are situated. The myriad of items exude a nostalgic atmosphere. You find Molly's stall by the number, but the stall is surrounded by people, making it difficult to catch a sight of her. I'm here, Molly! Hey there, you didn't reply to my message. I almost thought you wouldn't come. Sorry about that, work has been crazy, but hey, I started looking for you the moment I arrived. As you're speaking, a hand rests gently on your shoulder. You turn to find Mary smiling, his eyes dancing with eagerness to be introduced. This is my client. I'm a legal consultant for his company. Miss! Come on, he's that boyfriend of yours, am I right? I could tell at a glance. Hello, Molly. Poor old me, I'm still single, so I get jealous at this lovey-dovey ex. Things are kind of busy at the moment, so I don't think I'll be able to show you around. Why don't you check out some of the other stalls for a bit? Alright, here is a map of the bazaar and a point card. According to the organizer, you can win a limited custom-made prize once you have 3 flowers. I won't have time to take part in that, so you might have to figure it out yourself. While Molly looks all ambitious and animated, her stall is flooded with customers in an instant. You can't help but chuckle at the sight, but the next second, you're pulled away. Really? That's your idea of introducing me? Come on, it's just a joke. See? Mommy didn't fall for it. Yeah, she already seemed to know a lot about me. What did you tell her? You chose to ignore the question and dangle the point card in front of him instead. You said we're gonna win this, didn't you? I'll answer you once we have the prize. Marius freezes for a second and smiles triumphantly in the next. He takes your hand and walks ahead. Sally's Lake Park Square. There are various stalls in the vending area. You can see a staircase shelf in some of them, while others are using wheelbarrows. There's even a shelf built out of bricks. It appears that all the vendors have put efforts into designing their stalls. Each stall has its own style. 3 flowers are needed to exchange for the prize. I suppose the stall activity flower must be obtained from a stall at the fair. I wonder what the requirements are. Do we need to buy something or complete a challenge? We should have asked. Either way, we have all day. It's more interesting to figure it out ourselves anyway. Marius involuntarily turns his gaze to a toy stall nearby as he answers your question. The stall has a very nostalgic atmosphere. The table on which the goods are displayed is pieced together from a few old school desks. You can even see various scribblings on its surface. 2 old-fashioned blackboards, dark and crude, are placed in front of the table. The products' names and prices are written on them in chalk. Water game console? What is this? Marius picks up the console and flips it back and forth in his hands, unsure what to do. Though they are calling it a game console and it looks like one, it isn't actually electronic. There is liquid behind the plastic screen. You can use the buttons on either side to produce bubbles that propel the little wings on the bottom onto the hooks. It was one of my favorite toys as a child. Young people like you probably never played it when you were little. The owner of the stall is a friendly middle-aged man. He comes over upon hearing your curious whispers. Here, come and try it out. So, the goal is to get the rings on the hooks. That's easy enough. Marius is still talking while he lets loose a slurry of bubbles. But controlling the direction of the bubbles proves more difficult than he imagined. It takes him a while to finally hook his first ring. It's not as easy as you thought, huh? Don't underestimate it. You can even co-op. Co-op? Yeah, there are 2 hooks in the screen, so each person can take 1 hook and 1 set of buttons. Whoever hooks more rings wins. That sounds like fun. We'll buy it. That way we can play it at home. He pays without hesitation and casts a glance at another corner of the stall. Hey, check out this multi-compartment functional pencil case. It's a good design. There are many smaller compartments on the bottom level, so you can keep all sort of stuff inside. Yeah, it would be really useful for storing a lot of small things I have at the office. And this one here, is that a tangram? That kaleidoscope looks great too. The bits of plastic forms different patterns when you turn it. Maybe you can use it as a reference next time you paint. Then I'll take the kaleidoscope as well. Under normal circumstances, Marius rarely feels like shopping, but today is as if someone flipped the switch. You watch him place the pencil case, the tangram, and other items one by one into the shopping basket, which is soon filled with various toys. Alright, we won't be able to carry the basket if you keep on buying stuff. These are enough to play with for now. Yeah, that should do it. Marius nods while stuffing a box of marbles into the basket. Alright, do we get a flower from your stall after this purchase? Oh, about that, there's actually no purchase requirement. All you need to do is have fun at the stall. The man takes your point card as he speaks and puts the first flower sticker on it. You put away the card carefully and turn to face the ear-to-ear smile of the grown-up boy in front of you. I also picked some classic game consoles. I wonder what games they have. Do you want to sit down and rest a bit? We can also take a look at the consoles while we're at it. My thoughts exactly. Sally's Lake Park by the lake. You sit down on a bench by the lake and begin to look at the vintage treasures Marius bought. The breeze creates ripples in the water as it drifts over the lake, carrying a fresh scent of grass as you feel it on your skin. The console from a bygone age beeps in the background. What games does it have? Let's see. It's a retro game compilation. A closer look at the game previews page reveals more than 20 games, include Snake, Tetris, Space Invaders, and Arkanoid. Some of the gameplay isn't even outdated today. Marius starts the tank game at random and is soon lost in the action. It's so much fun! This is even better than I imagined. How did you imagine it? To tell you the truth, though I was curious about what things were like 30 years ago, I didn't really expect anything to have aged so well. With the round completed and the game paused on the victory screen, Marius had on a more serious expression. But now I feel different. Captivated by retro games? Yeah, they might be old, but they're fun all the same. And that was only our first stop. With so much stuff from that store, I feel like we could play forever. Yeah, let me see what other fun stuff we have here. You hold the shopping bag in your arms while Marius flips through the items. After a while, he takes out an oval-shaped toy with a screen, looking confused. What is this? Ah, I grabbed that. I heard you can have a digital pad on it, so I took one. A digital pad? I think I had something similar when I was little. You had one of these when you were little? You press the power button in disbelief. A delightful melody chimes and a small black and white pixelated cat appears on the screen. Wow, he's so cute! That's the one I remember. Mary stares at the cat, looking alarmed. It is as if what appeared on the screen wasn't a digital pad, but his own memory. My brother had his room renovated when I was little. He cleaned out lots of old stuff. A digital pad console dropped out of a box when they were moving some. I picked it up and thought I'd play with it for a while before returning it. But that cat died the moment I turned it on. It became a little grave for it. From the look in Mary's eyes, you can imagine how helpless he must have felt back then. I had no idea what I did wrong, how I killed that little cat. I was afraid my brother would find out and be mad at me, so I buried the console in the garden of the Von Hagen estate. It can't still be there, can it? No, I went out with my dad at some point and took the opportunity to dig it out and drop it in a bin in the CBD. I wanted to make sure nobody would find it. It wasn't your fault. It must have been a long time since your brother last played the game. The cat only died because nobody took care of it. Really? No wonder, after my brother found out. Marius pauses, shaking his head helplessly as if thinking of something amusing. Go on. Well, I was worried my brother would be sad if he couldn't find his digital pet console, so I proactively went and apologized. But to my surprise, he just rubbed his head and laughed, saying, Don't worry about it. The beings in the CBD have magical powers, like I could even jump back to life. When he said that, You believe him? No way. Normally, I wouldn't believe something like that, but he's my brother. I thought he'd never lie to me. Marius looks embarrassed, a rare expression on his face. He curls his lips resignedly. That must be the reason why Peter and Dad kept giving me this strange look for quite some time. My brother must have told them the funny story. Marius appears to be complaining, but his eyes are full of melancholy. It is more than a childhood memory for him, but a past worth remembering. Well, forget about that poor little cat. Let's take care of this one together. Marius' eyes fall on the pet console in your hands. The pixelated cat is blinking obediently on the screen. Okay, let's do this together. He hangs the console on your backpack while speaking. The pink console looks like a cute keychain. Meanwhile, you hear the park broadcast. Attention! The retro games will be starting in 15 minutes. All visitors planning to participate, please go to the picnic hill by the lake. We wish you a pleasant day at the bazaar. You watch as competitiveness sparks in Mary's eyes. Let's go. We said we'll win together. And we will. Sally's Lake Park Picnic Hill. When you arrive at the game zone, there are already a good number of people standing around. Most of the participants are middle-aged, so you appear a bit out of place amidst the crowd. Up to 2 people can team up for each game. After registering, each team will get a picnic mat. Participants are free to find an empty spot on the lawn where they will listen to the staff explain the rules of the game. There are 3 games in this round. We can get the game flower once we finish 2 of them. Sounds straightforward enough. I thought it would involve competition between groups. Looks like we only need to complete the games on our own though. Maybe they're trying to be fair, since different groups may bring different skills to the table. As the 2 of you are talking, the staff approaches to distribute the game items and explain the rules. You look up with anticipation only to be confounded by a meter-long piece of rainbow string. What game is this? Sounds like we need to work together and complete 6 different patterns. How are we supposed to work together? While you two are completely at a loss, the crowd bursts into laughter. It's the cat's cradle game. We haven't done that for over 20 years now. That's my best game. I'll never lose to anyone. You can't help but look to your side. All the participants around you are making fast progress, the string dancing between their fingers. Mimicking what they are doing, you tie the string into a loop and put it on your hand. Is it my turn? What should I do? A bit of cheating, maybe. Check out what the others are doing. Marius pauses to observe the others for a while. As his eyes meet yours again, he seems even more perplexed. Well, I can see what they're doing, but I don't quite understand. How is it even possible to make those 3D shapes? While you and Marius are trying to untangle the string with a frown, a middle-aged couple next to you has already finished the task. The string that is driving you too crazy becomes totally agile and obedient in their nimble hands. At that moment, it becomes clear to you how one person's joy can be another's sorrow. Oops, it looks like we have to give up this round. Yeah. Both of you can't help but sigh, but Marius quickly regains his optimism. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll nail the other two games. Yeah, we still have a chance. Having given up the first round, you anxiously wait for the music to play again. 15 minutes later, the second retro game begins. Seeing that the staff has come to distribute foxtail grass, you can guess what the game is about. Are we supposed to make things with grass in the second round? I think I saw some of my classmates do that in elementary school. Well, you're about to give Marius a pep talk, but as you glance up, you notice a troubled look in his eyes. But I never tried it myself. I'm not sure if I can do it. While the other kids were running around having fun, Marius' childhood was very different. That's okay, I'll do my best to remember what they did. At any rate, each group only needs to complete one piece of work. Despite what you're saying, you don't feel very confident. If you fail again, you won't have a chance to get the prize. The staff hands you a bunch of foxtail grass and 2 pairs of scissors. You hurry to pick them up and begin weaving. But a craft like this proved to be quite a challenge for you. The initial steps are okay, but the further you go... Calm down. You've got to stay calm. Let me see. Miss, look at me. You look up and see Marius weaving deftly. A little cat has taken shape between his fingers. Oh, I thought you didn't... You discover his secret before he could answer. Marius is intently observing the movements of the surrounding participants with his head tilted, fingers replicating them as if receiving the signals simultaneously. Yeah, it's my first time doing this, but there is this cool little art technique called copying. Relative to the 3D shapes in Cat's Cradle, it's much easier to just follow the steps here. Looking at the quick, deft movements copied by Marius, you could hardly agree what he did was considered easy. Let me help. At this point, you can only do what you know, like preparing new foxtail grass for him and cutting off the extra parts of the stem in time. 1 minute left. 10, 9, 8. It's done. Look. You barely have time to put down the scissors before Marius presents the grass cat to you like a tribute. The grass cat, a product of his perfect copying skill, is exquisitely adorable and holding its tail up playfully. But what truly moves you is his radiant and purely joyful smile. It's clean and simple, showing you that he's purely wishing to share with you the beautiful object he has created.
왜 그래요, 누나? 뚫어지게 쳐다보고. 얼굴에 뭐 묻었어요?
No, I'm not staring at you. I'm looking at a cat.
어때요? 잘 엮었죠?
It's adorable, 100 times cuter than I imagined.
그럼 칭찬 좀 더 해줘요, 누나. 이거 내가 처음으로 엮은 작품이라고요.
He pushes the grass cat closer to you like a treasure dedicated to a queen. You know he's doing it on purpose, so you mimic his tone to tease him. Oh, so you're asking for my praise when all you've done is win one game?
맞아요. 기다리고 있다고요.
Marius is right. You don't have the strength to resist his smug smile. Alright, my dearest Marius, you're the best. It's all thanks to you that we've won the game. You're a genius grass weaver. Happy now?
나쁘진 않은데 조금 부족한 것 같긴 해요. 근데 뭐 이따가 상 받고 나서 들어도 되니까요.
He smiles contently and shakes the grass cat in his hand.
이건 평범한 강아지 풀 고양이가 아니에요. 여기엔 내 사랑이 담겼거든요. 누나 한 사람만을 위한 사랑이요.
So, it's mine?
당연하죠. 그럼 누구 거겠어요? 마음에 들어요?
The grass cat rocks gently in his hand, like a little kitten lying under the sun with its belly toward the sky, purring coyly to its owner. I like it a lot. It's the cutest work of art here. As cute as the one who made it. Sally's Lake Park Picnic Hall. Thanks to Marius' copying skills, you've passed the grass weaving challenge. In the next challenge, the goddess of fortune seems to be smiling on you. So, the third round is sand painting. Our oil painting professor once taught us how to make paintings appear more pearlescent and grainy by mixing fine sand and powdered shells into the paint. But I've never tried to create anything by simply sticking sand onto glue. You carefully examine the stickers on the sand painting board. They are there to protect the glue. The board has been divided into different segments. You only need to remove the stickers one by one, apply the colored fine sand, and the challenge is complete. This doesn't seem difficult at all. Yeah, we finally got lucky. But it's kinda boring to just fill in the colors. Why don't we make whatever we want? Marius peels gently along the circle around the board, taking off all stickers marking the coloring segments. Lying in front of you is now a completely white board with neither guides nor limitations. Oh, are you saying we should paint directly with the sand? Let me demonstrate. See, just like this. He rips open a packet of light green sand and applies a thin layer on the bottom of the board. You are soon looking at a patch of grass. Just put it wherever you like. There's no need to be confined by the original design. But you open a packet of light brown sand and hold it in your hand hesitantly. Without borders, the theme has no boundaries. The sand can fall freely and countless possible images may take shape. Faced with the possibilities, you become hesitant, unwilling to make a decision. No worries, just do it however you want. I don't know what to paint. Whatever you like, I'm sure it will be great. He normally likes to tease you like this, but you don't feel like giving him a straightforward answer today. No way, the painter should decide the theme, so I'll let you call the shots today. Marius pauses and then leans toward you with a smile, his soft hair brushing your shoulders. Alright, then, here is the painter's decision. Our theme today is a casual landscape. And by casual, I'm saying we should paint wherever we want without restraint. Let's get to it. He takes the packet of sand in your hand and adds some yellowish orange autumn leaves on the grassland. Then he enthusiastically tells you to apply bits of light yellow, which soon becomes wild daisies on the grass with a simple maneuver of his hand. You add some orange to the side, resembling fallen leaves brought by the wind from somewhere unknown. The two of you take turns adding colors you like, filling in each other's gaps. See, doesn't it look great? More than half of the board has already been filled. The originally empty sand painting board is now an exquisitely elegant autumn landscape with alluring red leaves and a limpid creek. So beautiful! But we haven't colored the sky yet, should we? Marius used more than half of the blue sand painting the creek, so you don't have enough sand left for a clear blue sky covering the top half of the drawing. Marius seems to sense your hesitation as he picks up a pack of warm orange sand yet to be opened and dangles it in front of you. We'll be fine. Blue isn't the only color for the sky. Yeah, there's also sunset. Understanding what he means, you mix the light yellow and warm orange sand and pour it over the blank area in the top half of the board. The two of you lie face down on the picnic mat, shoulder to shoulder, taking care of the final details. Orange, light purple, pale red, warm colored sand pours brilliant light into the sky that belongs only to you and him. What a beautiful sunset! The colors intertwine, different shades complementing one another to form a gorgeous glowing sunset. It's our very own sunset. The third round is over. The staff can't help but gasp in awe when examining your work. You obtain the game flower amidst cheers from the crowd. According to the challenge rules, we're only one puzzle flower away from the victory. But you look at the point card Molly gave you earlier, reading the rules carefully. To complete the puzzle flower challenge, you need to solve the mysterious riddle on the back of the card. Figure out the answer and go to the corresponding scenic area at the fair. Take a photo there to complete the challenge. So, we should solve the riddle on the back of the card first. Yeah, and it reads x equals 105, y equals 66. Is this a math problem? Marius reads the number on the back of the card several times, eyes wide. I thought it'd be a question related to the geography or landscape here, but this doesn't look like a question, more like a symbol, or maybe an acronym. I wonder what it means. Scenic area symbol. Wait a second. Marius suddenly claps his hands as if struck with an idea and quickly fishes out the event map from his bag. X and Y are not only used as variables in an equation, but also. You quickly glance at the map and notice a coordinate system there. Understanding dawns on you. There are map coordinates. Previously, when I saw those on the map, I thought they were just there for decoration, but it seems that that's where we'll find the answer. Let me see. 10566 corresponds to. The two of you put your heads together to search the map. Here, is that symbol a little yellow dot? The coordinates are pointing to the symbol of a scenic spot, which just confirms that you are on the right track. Looks like it's not far from the park entrance. I remember now, it must be that yellow duck balloon next to the visitor center. Yes, that must be it. You and Marius exchange a smile as you arrive at the answer. Both of you can't wait to complete the task. Sellis Lake Park Entrance Square. You soon arrive at the entrance to the park. Maybe it's because of your mood, but the duck balloon appears even more adorable than when you first saw it this morning. Hello, we're here for the puzzle flower. The puzzle is a set of coordinates for the duck balloon, so this must be the place where we can get the flower, right? A cheerfully enthusiastic little girl is standing in the service station before the small yellow duck. She takes the point card from Marius with a smile and puts a flower sticker on it. Bingo! Great job! Yay! We've completed all the challenges! I told you we would win! Congratulations! You have both completed the challenge. Your special custom-made prize will be here in a moment. The girl takes your point card, turns to fetch a little box from the shelf behind her, and gives it to you. It's a brown rattan box with a silk scarf tied to the handle, featuring little yellow duck patterns. The design is both cute and delicate. Marius puts a hand on the box, but instead of opening it right away, he turns to look at you. Shall we open it together? Okay. So let's take part entrance square. We've worked hard to win this prize. Whatever it is, you know that it is already something precious. Oh, is this a bubble gun? A custom-made bubble gun lies in the rattan box. Both its color and design perfectly match the fast retro theme. There's a postcard under the bubble gun with images representing each step you've made today. A school desk, a blackboard, toys, cat's cradle, foxtail grass, a yellow duck. Each image symbolizes an experience. It's like photos of happiness itself, capturing the beautiful memories of an entire day. There's a sentence on the back of the postcard. We hope you haven't lost the ability to let yourself be happy even after growing up. Looks like it's a prize for the grown-up kids. It's a prize that we won together. So let's find out how to play with it. Marius doesn't wait to finish his sentence before trying to figure out how to use the bubble gun. Different from the electronic bubble guns that make bubbles once you turn it on, this one is empty in the middle with two round containers on the side. Are these for storing bubble water? But they are on team side. Are we supposed to make the bubble water ourselves? That sounds like fun. Preparing it ourselves seems to be part of the game. I wonder if we can find suitable materials in the park. I just searched for a tutorial. I think we're gonna need dish soap. You wave your phone in front of Marius, showing him the results of your search. I think we can find this in the dining zone. Let's give it a try. Yeah, after all that playing, we could also use a rest and have something nice to eat. Salisbury Park food area. It's already past lunchtime, so there aren't many guests in the dining zone. The menu is also written in chalk on a blackboard hung up for the customers to have their pick. School cafeteria combo, lunchbox combo, roadside cart combo, candy combo. What are these? Want a taste of classic delicacies from our childhood? Cafeteria lunches from huge cooking pots in school, fried skewers from roadside cars on the walk back home after school, and various snacks. We've got everything you can think of. Looks like they have samples of nostalgic snacks. Which one do you want to try? Why don't we have one of each and a candy combo as a dessert? Okay. As the chef is preparing your meals, you also wait for some dish soap and begin experimenting with your bubble water. Following the tutorial, you mix the dish soap with water, dip a straw into it, and then you try it out. Marius picks up the straw and blows gently, but only one bubble appears rather reluctantly, popping before even leaving the straw. That's a bad start. Did we pour in too much water? Should we add more dish soap? You pick up the little bottle of dish soap the waiter gave you and add a few more drops to the mixture. Then you screw on the cap and give the bottle a good shake. When you open it again, you can see that the limited space inside has been filled up by a dense cluster of bubbles. How about now? Marius picks up more of the mixture with his straw and blows gently. This time, a number of small bubbles drifts into the air as he blows into the straw. You're about to clap and celebrate your success, but before you can even utter a sound, the small bubbles have already disappeared without a trace. Uh, we fail again. Would have thought making bubble water proves to be another challenge. The tutorial is simple, but there's no specific standard for the ratio. I imagine we'll need to spend the whole day here mixing bubble water to find the perfect solution. Pardon me, your meals are on the way. Your frustration from failing to mix the bubble water is interrupted by a light-hearted call from the restaurant owner. He comes over with a tray and begins to serve all the dishes you've ordered, one after another. Soon enough, the table is full of delicious food, so you have to put away your bubble water mixing equipment for the moment. Oh, are you mixing bubble water? Before you can respond, you notice the restaurant owner casting his keys at Marius and the rattan box containing the bubble gun lying nearby. Yeah, we've been at it for a while with no success. It's so difficult. Haha, of course, it's tricky mixing bubble water yourself, and there's a good chance you might fail. We should have just bought some. It's not fun buying it off the shelf. Surprisingly, the restaurant owner cuts in while Marius is still speaking. Sure, you can buy ready-made bubble water anywhere now, as well as those electronic toys that can make big and pretty bubbles. But all these are machine-made. There's no sense of achievement there, like when you make things yourself. For me, it's more interesting doing it with my own hands like I did when I was little. It was also fun when I messed it up. It's bubble water anyway. You can make colorful bubbles just by washing your hands with it. The restaurant owner is speaking with both nostalgia and a little bit of pride. What ended up being a small but troublesome challenge to you turns out to be a wonderful and irreplaceable childhood memory for the restaurant owner's generation. Time may change the habits and hobbies of a generation of people, but the beautiful memories imprinted in their hearts remain forever unchanged. Sir, with all the food we ordered, could you give us some tips? Yeah, we'd like to give it another try. Of course, just a moment. The man turns and leaves after putting down the tray. After a short while, he returns, this time carrying a small plate. There is something fine and white on the plate like ordinary sugar. What is this? A little something I figured out while blowing bubbles when I was little. I don't share this secret with everyone. Add some sugar to the bubble washer. It will make the mixture thicker. As a result, you will have bigger bubbles that last longer and have a prettier color. Got it. Thank you. The restaurant owner nods in satisfaction and leaves with an empty tray. Pushing the delicacies on the table toward you, Marius picks up a random pack of candy for himself, rips it open and pours all of its contents into his mouth. Let's eat something and have a break. We'll give it another try in a little bit. Huh? Wait a second. You can't? He hesitates for a moment as if sensing something amiss. It's amiss, then reaches for the drink beside him. Drink that. Mhm. But you're a step too late. Marius' expression instantly twists. He's looking at you as if pleading for help. Oh, it's so sour. It's alright. You'll be fine in a moment. After a long while, Marius looks at you with a pained expression, but he seems to feel slightly better. Didn't see that one coming. What kind of candy is this? It's as sour as it gets. And it tastes strange, like a bunch of lemons something on my tongue. You try hard not to laugh and gently pat him to calm his nerves, pointing to the pack he stripped open to show him the packaging. This is called nostalgic lemon popping candy. You can tell by the name that it's sour. Super sour and wakes you up in a pinch. Tip, don't swallow all in one go. Yeah, it's better to have it with a milkshake or a lollipop, but you just eat all of it like that. It's a terrible idea. Marius looks dumbfounded. It appears that the candy war in his mouth is far from over. You throw in a few comforting words while explaining the situation. It seems like there's another fine memory between you two now. After a long while, Marius scoops up a good portion of milkshake and gulps it down. He's looking noticeably relieved now. He puts a hand to his cheeks and rubs them, seeming to have finally grown used to the sourness in his mouth. Are you feeling better now? Yes, I swear I'll read the packaging before eating any candy ever again. Next time, I'll make sure to stop you in time. Alright now, do you want to eat anything else? Yes, the delicacies are getting cold. Let's finish them before getting back to work. Okay. After having a bit of food, you delve into another round of bubble water experiments. Marius carefully adjusts the formula according to the restaurant owner's advice. First, the water, next the dish soap and sugar, and then mix together with a straw. It's also important to add or reduce certain ingredients according to the viscosity of the mixture. After a few adjustments, Marius finally manages to blow a humongous bubble. He raises his hand to wave it into the air and watches as the wind carries it steadily. It worked! Come on, let's find a place to try it out our bubble gun. He looks at you smugly, his eyes dancing with excitement. You recall the restaurant owner's words, "It's more interesting doing it with my own hands." The look on Marius' face at this moment might be the best illustration of that mentality. Sally's Lake Park Entrance Square. You put the freshly mixed bubble water into the rattan box and leave the dining zone for the fountain square in the park. On the way, you see lots of people eagerly playing with their bubble guns. Molly, who invited you to this event, is also one of them. Iridescent bubbles dance in the wind. Everyone, be it young or middle-aged, is sporting the same carefree smile. A simple toy seems to have transported all of them back to the beautiful years of pure innocence. Let's play here, miss. Nodding, you put the rattan box on the bench and open it, fill the bubble water bottles on the gun, pick it up and pull the trigger. At that moment, a gust of wind blows in your direction, forcing all the bubbles you just made to blow onto your face. Did you get any in your eyes? Let me see. I'm fine. It was just an accident. Let me try again. Let's do this together. Marius' right hand slides down your wrist and covers your hand holding the bubble gun. Maybe it's just from the warm autumn sun, but his kiss seems to carry a hint of heat to it. Well, alright. Let me check the direction of the wind. He holds your hand, your fingers on top of each other, pressing the trigger. Ready? Fire! The sunlight and the dancing leaves blend into a soft, warm hue. The light bubbles swirl in the wind, casting a bright, colorful glow.
봐요. 우리 비눗방울이 제일 멀리 날아갔어요.
To your surprise, Marius is feeling competitive even at this moment. But seeing his excitement, you can't help but laugh with him. The restaurant owner has quite the formula. Thanks to the sugar, the bubbles are not only stabler, but also bigger and prettier.
집에 가서 다시 잘 연구해봐요. 분명 더 훌륭한 우리만의 레시피를 만들 수 있을 거예요. 그런 다음 우리 두 사람의 이름을 따서 이름을 짓는 거죠.
Before you could respond, Marius starts guiding your hand, writing your names in the air with the bubbles. The bubbles are joining together.
거의 다 됐어요. 우리 이름은 한 획으로 쭉 이어져야 해요.
Groups of bubbles shine in the sunlight as if reflecting a corner of the rainbow before dispersing in the wind and floating far away in all their colorful radiance. Was that fun?
네, 비눗방울이 바람에 날아가는 걸 보고 있으니까 모든 근심 걱정도 같이 날아가는 것 같아요. 복잡한 일들은 전부 잊고 지금 우리가 함께하고 있는 이 기분을 즐겨봐요. 아무 생각도 할 필요 없이 누나가 곁에 있다는 것만 생각할 거예요.
Mary's words fall by your ear and you feel it in your heart. You can't help but lean on him. It's been a long time since you last felt like this. At some point, it started to feel like this carefree joy was only for children. You're constantly worrying about unfinished work, about plans and responsibilities, about how you need to adapt to your environment and its peace, but you end up neglecting your own life and emotions.
아, 맞다. 계속 마음에 걸리던 게 하나 있어요.
What's that?
누나, 다른 사람들한테 날 뭐라고 소개했어요? 상 받으면 알려준다고 약속했잖아요.
For a moment, you have no idea what he's talking about. It takes a while for you to realize that he's referring to what you said after meeting Molly Chan. I can't believe you still remember that.
당연하죠. 오늘 내 원동력 중 하나였다고요. 시침이 떼지 말고 뭐라고 했는지 어서 말해줘요.
I just say that you're my fiancé.
그게 다예요?
It's not really a question, but his way of encouraging you to say more. And that you're someone very important to me. You are the person I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with. Marius freezes upon hearing your answer and then tightens his grip over both your hand and the bubble gun.
나랑 소개 멘트가 똑같은 것 같네요.
What would you say? He ponders for a second and leans closer to your ear, his warm breath pouring out slowly along with his sincere words.
난 누나가 나와 결혼을 약속한 애인, 우리 집 안주인, 나랑 앞으로의 인생을 함께할 사람이라고 말해요.
The moment these soft whispers reach your heart, the bubbles stop coming, as if time froze in that instant. You try hard to concentrate and find that a bottle of bubble water is already empty without you knowing it. But Marius won't let go of your hand. He's still holding you close to him intimately, as if expecting a reaction. I'll consider saying the same thing next time. Deal. He seems satisfied. The warmth you're sharing in your hands is like proof of his smile, witnessing this moment of simple and pure bliss. I have another question for you. Did you enjoy yourself today? Of course. Before I came here, I was just curious about how things were 30 years ago. I was sure I wouldn't get caught up in the sentiments. But now, I feel as if I really had a close connection to it all, even though I wasn't around then. The sentiments left by a certain age are just the beautiful moments in the past too precious to be forgotten. But the most important aspect of these happy memories are the people who were with you, with whom you shared those moments together. Even after many, many years, even when we're no longer young, As long as we're still together, we'll still be able to remember our happiness today. Yes, I'm certain of that. You mumble a reply as a faint picture forms in your head of a future many years from now. In an image of you and Marius with gray hair, looking at an album in rocking chairs and reminiscing about your joy today. It seems somewhat absurd, but you can't help but smile. What are you thinking about? Are you trying to imagine what will be like in the distant future? Of course not. Mary smiles, squinting his eyes. He's apparently read your thoughts, but he doesn't press you for answers. Instead, he gently takes your hand and leads you toward the lake. What are we doing now? Let's find somewhere to refill the bubble water and keep on blowing bubbles. Haven't you had enough? Not at all. I want to see what the bubbles are like when they hit the water. I'll memorize what it looks like and paint it when I'm back. That painting will be the colors of our happiness. He says it casually, but that light-hearted whim of his intrigues you profoundly. The colors of happiness. I want to join you. Okay, let's do it together. He takes your hand in his, your fingers interlocking one another. You walk toward the distant lake facing the sun, the falling leaves, and a warm breeze. Your pace quickens without you realizing it. As long as you have each other, the happiness will never fade. It shall extend forever into a future that belongs only the two of you. Ding dong, call back from your video assistant. How are the video I sent you this morning? 10 out of 10, of course. The Cat Spreader game videos were super fun. They made all the 12 zodiac animals. Didn't we see people playing with those at a fair? Why are you suddenly so interested now? I was looking at our photos this morning and I suddenly got this urge to look up videos. It's like a whole other world. I mean, it's just some string. How can they make all this complex and cool shapes with it? Yeah, I really thought those other contestants were doing magic. Turns out there are even more impressive magic out there. After all, those videos, I'm dying to try it myself. Have you tried? I've had some tutorials for solo playing and tried it out. I think I started getting the gist of it. That's quick. I mean, it looks really difficult. I'm also going to try it out this evening. You've got to teach me, Master Shirara. That's exaggerating. I only tried really basic patterns. The complicated ones all need a partner, so I saved those in a folder. Let's read on them together tonight. I'm getting excited. It sounds like a long night. Should we at movie treat or buy some snacks? That's a great idea. Let's watch a movie. I came across this hilarious comedy the other day. I was wondering if you have time to watch it together. Sounds great. A comedy film is nice and relaxing, so it go well with the Cat's Cradle game. I can't wait. Even the files on my desk looks adorable now. Then we have a deal. Let's start as soon as we get home.